Hey loves, hey, it's me, your girl, Catherine Gage, KGbeautywithin, your midwife dreamer and catalyst of change. Here to teach you how to go to your next level of success. And today we're going to have a little chit chat on balance. To stay focused during the pandemic. As you all know, we are in a pandemic and we've been in it for about almost 2 months now. And some people are staying home. There's some people are staying home quarantine and they are not working. And there are some that are essential workers and are our staff, our essential workers, healthcare professionals, essential worker like myself that are still going to work. And so I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to stay focused and to still gain momentum during this time. As we know, this is a trying time for everyone. Our our country has literally shut down, and yes, we are in a pandemic. But I just want to encourage you that this too shall pass, and that the storm won't last always. So today we're going to talk about how to stay focused during quarantine or during a pandemic 2020, or how to stay focused. Period. So first tip I would suggest is that you keep a routine. Just because you're being quarantined or just because you're in the house, sometimes it's real easy to get away from your routine because life has changed. So we have some parents are homeschooling. We have some parents that are working from home, so kitchens are having to be offices, or living rooms are having to be offices, and then the children are not in daycare. So there could be a lot of chaos right now. I don't have that because our daughters are grown, so I don't have that. But for the ones that have that situation going on, the first tip I would say is to keep a routine. If you have a morning routine where you get up and have breakfast and feed the children, and then you go homeschooling, then keep that routine because that routine is going to help you stay focused and it's going to help you stay on track. If you're ADD like me, you have to have some type of system in place. Otherwise, you will be all over the place because I just with staying focused sometimes. So I think I can be able to. I'm really can tell you how to do that, and what I do to stay focused is that you keep a routine. Don't stop your routine because sometimes it may vary a little bit, but try to stay as structured as possible because if you do that, then you can gain that momentum and keep everything going in your business, in your home, and everything won't be so chaotic. So the first thing is just do not eliminate your routine, but just try to keep the routine as much as possible. You may have to adjust some things in your schedule, adjust something in your routine, but try to keep it simple so that you can gain that momentum. Number two, if you're an entrepreneur, this is a great time to do something that start something that you've been afraid to do. We're living virtually is the way we're going in our Mary Kay world, in our business, in our entrepreneur world. We're going virtual because we have to go where the people are at, and people are on their phones, people are on their laptops, people are on their tablets. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're afraid to do that, I would say first, if you have a small group, to start with your group. If you're afraid to do it publicly, or you're afraid to just have it out there and you need to overcome your fear, then start it with a group, maybe one of your sisters or sister friends or someone like that. Just do a video and just start doing that. And if you do that, you're going to overcome that fear. You're going to be able to connect with your customers, connect with your audience, and eventually you're going to get better at it. So that's just a tip that I have for you, is to start something that you've never started. Maybe you've been thinking about doing a blog. This would be a great time to start a blog. Maybe blogging about your life. If you're homeschooled, if you're an entrepreneur working from home, blog about that experience of working from home and how different it is compared to being on your job or at home. So those are different topics that you can use just to blog about. And also we have Instagram. You can do IGTV. So, those are little short videos about yourself. So once you do that, then you will see momentum and you will stay focused. And I would say, something I'm doing in my group is that I revamped my group. I have a Facebook group, and I really wasn't active in my group. I'm going to be honest. I was not as active in my group because normally I go to work and I work a 9 to 5, and then I come home, and I've been struggling with some issues with some issues with my digestive system. So sometimes I just don't feel well, and so I'm having to just push through all that and just be more transparent. And I noticed that once I revamped my group, I changed the name of the group. I is now it's called Faithful Divas Glam Squad. I changed the name, and I noticed that once I changed the name, then I started getting some more engagement, and then I started just being more engaged in the group. Now, if you have a Facebook group, one thing that you can do is that you can schedule out your post, for 30 days. That way you don't have to worry about it. You can free up some time. So you can try to start doing some of those things that you've never done before. Maybe pick up a hobby that you've been really wanting to do, and you just haven't had the time. If you're in quarantine, this would be a great time to start those type of things. Another thing is to do some spring cleaning. Maybe there's some things around the house that that needs some attention that you just hadn't had the time to do. Myself and my husband, we're still essential workers, so we were getting out and going to work, and get that information, then I'll start working from home. So it will be different because it's something that I work from home on my business, but working from my home on my job, I'm sure it's going to be some adjustments I'm going to have to make. But if you start something that you've never done, or this would be a great time to do that, because this will help you stay focused. It will help you. You can learn a new skill, a new trade, and you never know. It may be some income for you. So it may be a passion you have. So I would advise you, and I will give you, and I would motivate you to just do it. Just start doing that, because that will help you gain momentum and help you to not lose focus during this time. Not watch the news so much, because when you watch the news, it can give you anxiety, it can give you fear. And so if that's the case, if you're watching it constantly, and you're starting to feel some anxiety, then I would say do not watch it all the time. I would say maybe choose the time that you're going to watch it. Maybe you can say, I'm going to watch the 6 o'clock news and watch it at 6 o'clock. Or maybe you're going to watch it at 10 o'clock. But if you don't watch it all the time, then it won't be on your mind so much. It won't overwhelm you, because it can get overwhelming. So in order to stay focused, you may have to turn the TV off. You may have to, definitely read your Bible more and pray more, because those are things that can help you stay focused and help you to not have so much anxiety, especially if that's starting to be the case, that you're getting some anxiety. And the fourth thing I would say do is to rest, because a lot of times, when life changes like that, we tend to want to just run. We don't really have many places to go right now. So I would say catch up on some of that rest that you have, that maybe like when you was working and you wasn't able to get all that rest. Catch up on that rest and get your body rejuvenated, and that will help you to stay focused. And the last thing I would say, my last tip, is to get up and get dressed. Get up and get dressed. I know it's fun to, have your pajamas on and everything like that. But I feel better myself personally. I feel better when I get up and get dressed, and when I put my makeup on. You may have some days that you don't want to put on makeup, but there may be some days that will make you feel better. If you don't have to do a glam look, but do something. Put you some eyeshadow on, or do your brows, or do your eyeshadow, or put some lipstick on. And just call it a day. Just do a quick glam out the door type of style, and that will help you feel better, and it also will help you stay focused, because when you feel good, then you're good for everyone. You're good. You're not just good for yourself, but you're good for your family. So I would take this time to do some self-care. You know, we're giving out our Mary Kay company. We were able to donate hand sanitizers. The United States called upon us to help out, and so we used our manufacturing plant. And we didn't know how to make hand sanitizer, but they figured it out, and they got them out. They donated. It was all for donations, so they donated to the front staff. And so that was something that we was able to do to give back. And so I'm happy. You know, I was able to give back. I gave some. I sent out at least, I think, 11 pink pamper packs to healthcare staff, and to essential workers. And I felt so good when I did it, you all. It just, oh, my heart was just so, oh my God, it just made me feel so good to be able to give back. And you know what I did? It's something that God always gives me. Whenever I do a care package, I don't care what kind it is, chemo care packages, dialysis care package, whatever I do, the adopted grandparent, whatever I do for the community, I always say a prayer over those packages. So I prayed over those packages. I prayed over the workers. I prayed over their families. I asked God to not let coronavirus come near them, and strength when they go in and go out of the facilities. You know, I prayed over those, and I felt so good about it. It's not to brag, but it was just something, a way to give back. So those are just a few tips I have for you on how to stay focused during the pandemic. And remember, this too shall pass. So you all have a wonderful day, and drop a comment of which one of these tips really gave you some insight and gave you some motivation on how you're going to stay focused during this pandemic. Y'all have a wonderful one. Remember, God first, family second, career third. Put all three of those things in perspective, and everything do fall in place. Have a great day. Bye-bye.